Good morning, good evening, good night. It's Fernando. We're back 5 days later. It's been 5 days since we've had the last mini, but there's a reason why. And here I'm here to give you the update, the Idle Talk update. Actually, I'm here to talk to you about our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Thank you for listening to me while I go ahead and not do that. I'm going to talk to you about Idle Talk, where we're at, where we're going, what we're doing. As in me and Fabian, yeah, me and Fabian, we're back together. What? So season one ended, and I told you with the seasons, we're gonna be incorporating a break in between seasons. That way, I could refuel myself, mentally, physically, re-get my money back from paying the tolls every time that I had to go over there to Fabian's house to film. So a total of 11 times last season. So the $20 toll, you do the math. And just to get some of the old content off of my phone, off of our phones, onto my laptop, onto my hard drive, and then we can continue to put out new stuff, freshly made to you guys. So that's what we're doing. So we took a little road trip to Baltimore, Maryland. I used to live here, if you didn't know. Fun fact. So I'm sitting in the old Idle Talk room. So Fabian got to do an episode with me here, and we got to explore a little bit. The weather's been on and off this whole weekend. I won't lie to you. Hopefully it clears up a little bit later because today is our last day. So when you hear this, I apologize. I just woke up. When you hear this, it's hopefully the start of all the new minis. So when I finish editing, because it's gonna be a small one. I'm not really gonna really go too crazy on this one yet. So I'm gonna get this out ASAP. ASAP. I don't know why I had trouble with that, but I'm gonna get it out ASAP, and we're gonna learn a lot of new things. Hopefully today, since our last day, hopefully I met one of Malik's work friends, and I'm really interested in the guy. I think he's really interesting, and we kind of like kicked it off as friends, on the first day I met him. So I would love to talk to him in like a serious manner, and then ultimately incorporate Fabian and Malik into the episode. Hopefully, that's my dream for today, to hopefully get that out. I'm even willing to skip the gym to do that. But if we don't, I'll be kind of sad because I feel like it's a missed out on our opportunity here. And I think that this whole trip, I'll give you the purpose of this whole trip. I started my fitness journey here in Maryland when Malik said, hey, maybe we should sign up for a gym. That way we can get in great summer shape. And I was like, that's amazing. That's a great idea. Like, that makes sense. We should do it. So we signed up in like February of I want to say 2022. So it was like fairly recent. And summer came and went. But we were still going to the gym, though. Sometimes Malik even walked from work to the gym, and I met him there. And then we took a ride home with the windows down. But that's when I set that goal. I said I wanted to hit 225 pounds on the bench. I wanted to hit it by December because I was being realistic. I haven't benched in a long time, so I needed to just regain my strength back ultimately with that movement. And then we got it in I want to say in 2 months we got it, and I was still here in Maryland. And then I got, my job at the time. It was summer, so I was balancing all that. And by August, we were at 265. Meanwhile, my goal was 225 by December. And then when we moved out of this house in August, I moved back to New York, and it was interesting because I needed to upgrade the gym membership because technically if you sign up at a non-premium club for LA Fitness, you don't have access to the premium ones in premium markets. So when I moved to New York, guess what? We were in a premium club at a premium market. But the only reason why Baltimore, Maryland's LA Fitness was not considered a premium club was because it opened right before COVID and it didn't get everything situated that it needed to. But it is a premium club because the amenities here are a lot better than the ones in mine. So I'll give them that. So in September, I was going to the gym casually. I was paying a $5 fee to get in every single time, and that wasn't really working out for me like I needed to do. Could you guys hear that? It's like ASMR in here. I have the window cracked because I am airing out the window. Just because in this room, if you come in here sweaty and or other activities, it will stay trapped in this room. So every day when I lived here, my morning ritual is to wake up, prop open the window and do my morning routine, just so nothing like lingers or sticks around. But I got a little bit off topic. I got distracted by the driving and the rain sounds. But in October, I got the membership upgraded or whatever, and we started slowly but surely getting our strength back. Ultimately, I wanted to get back to where I was, but I didn't have that person there. So Malik was that person that just made sure I didn't die every time, Even when the weights weren't that heavy. I remember with like 185, like the first time I could really get it, when I had to relearn to get my strength back. And so he's been there and on every step of the way of like from 185 to like 225. And then when I was doing it by myself, it was interesting because I was like had to figure out a way, had to really leave it on the table, like leave strength on the table. Like don't push myself for that second or third rep just because maybe I can't get it by myself unless somebody was there actively making sure I don't, float away. But in January, when we restarted Idle Talk, when we were going to come out with season 1 of Idle Talk, I started going to the gym with Fabrin and just working with him. I'm like, hey, just watch me do this, a little bit more confidence in myself with having a person there. So he kind of picked up where Malik left off in that instance. But I think in that, when rethinking about a season for Idle Talk, it was like, I ultimately wanted to either start a season with somebody I knew, like another season, or end a season with like a guest of somebody that I knew. I wanted to have a guest to end a season or to start every season. So this season was more of like me and Fabrin getting to flow together in numerous different topics and conversations and challenges, because we're now figuring out that if we put a mic between the two of us and sit closer together, it is way better than having two separate crispy audio waveforms. I don't know, but it took us a whole season to figure that out. When we got here, I'm like, this actually makes more sense because the way I set up the room here, I wanted to showcase the brick wall backdrop, and we were like, hey, if we just did this in your room, your place, it probably would have saved us a lot of headaches, especially me, because I'm the one that does majority of the editing and the everything else. So it was during that time where I was like, I want to hit 275 by the end of April. Like in February, I decided that, and it was funny because that was probably the same month that we signed up for the gym. So I was like, I want to do that by the end of April, and I really started like programming myself on my workouts to do that, because it was January and I had gone to Albany to do a job and got back, and I was like, yeah, I think April is the month for me to hit 275. And there was just days of like benching, like 5 days benching out of the week, like just to get the reps in, get the feeling, get the bar in my hands, and just feel what more weight would feel. Not even probably like lifting it, most like, but it's just like, how does this feel in my hand before I start? How does it feel in my hand when I'm at the top of the movement, and how does it feel in my hand when I'm at the bottom of the movement? So all that was like pretty important to me. Ultimately, we got here. We hit that about 2 days ago, 275. So that was the entire purpose of this trip. I said I wanted to hit 275 in my home gym, quote unquote. And I invited Fabrin because I was like, this might be an opportunity to get some Idle Talks in, some new things set up for the season, and maybe treat it like a boot camp of sort, to kind of like have him editing episode 1, have him doing the clips for episode 1. The audio was pretty much perfect because we only used one mic, so that was the easiest part of it. But ultimately, I was like, let's get some reps in for you to see if this is like something that is gonna keep going long term. Because ultimately, responsibilities, you gotta shift responsibilities sometimes. Like, I'm doing all the editing, doing all the video editing, and it's hard. And he has questions, and I'm like, let me just do it, as opposed to like now I'm like, all right, I would tell him how to like problem solve it. So I think that's one of the secondary goals that were achieved here, is just the getting those. Sorry, it's. I'll talk to you later about yesterday, but it's been a crazy fucking like last 24 hours. But yeah, I mean, we got my weight that I needed, 275 bench press, achieved easily after I failed it the first day we were here. So it took me 2 whole days to do it. Fabrin got a lot of Idle Talk reps in. He did his first solo episode with Malik. So it was that. I haven't heard it yet, so that would be interesting to get out to you. And hopefully today is the last day we're here, and hopefully we can get an episode out with somebody I think is super interesting. and just the way this guy is. So I think he's got a lot of wisdom to share, low key. But I'll talk to you later, tomorrow, maybe, about yesterday. So I'm fucked up, but catch you later.